Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today we are going to talk about dynamic links and how you can actually test your deep links and how you can uh, debug your dynamic links. So previously I actually made two videos about the dynamic links, how you can optimize your flow app with dynamic links and metadata, so how you can share your link. And I made another video that was 5 months ago from now, and I made another video 4 months ago how you can actually manually construct a dynamic link. And I think both of them are very useful. I really recommend both videos to so you can watch them both of the videos and to understand how the dynamic links and the deep links actually working together. And there is a video. If you go to your project and go to settings, app details, and then you have deep linking and routing. So there are two videos. The first video is about deep linking and the second video is about dynamic links in general. Now those are from the Flow official channel. But today let's first talk about how you can actually test your deep links. So the deep link, the idea of the deep link again is to actually have a deep link, which is if you, for example, have a link and you click on it in your browser, for example, it should open your app and it should open your, for example, your direct link to your app on the page and the exact page and parameter. So let me just show you what I mean. So I already talked about this in my video how to manually construct your dynamic link, but let me just tell you again because it's very important to understand how you can debug and construct your dynamic link, and because the dynamic link will have also the deep link as well. So the whole idea is that when you have a bunch of parameters over here, and you can get those parameters from this link, which is manually constructing a dynamic link, and those are all the parameters that you can use. But as I said that already, I already talked about that, so I will not get into much details about this. But the main idea is that you have this link. So you have this parameter called link, and the link actually is your deep link to your application. And if I go here, for example, in my app right now, you probably cannot see it, but the thing is that you have something like that. So in my case, because I'm using my app, it will be the name of the project or the name of the package, and in my case is Kulturno, which means I feel cultural in Bulgarian, and then I have the page, and then I have the link. So basically this is actually a dynamic link of itself. It's not a deep link. So the dynamic link, it's the difference between the dynamic link and the deep link is that the dynamic link will have something like that, should have something like that, but the dynamic link should have the deep link. So this is the dynamic link. Let me just write that real quickly. So this should be dynamic link and this should be the deep link. And the deep link can be something like that. It can be something like that. So let's put the slash as well. So you can actually immediately probably spot the difference. The difference is that the front part in the dynamic link we have HTTPS, and the deep link we have my app, again my app name, it's written over here, and then we have the appname.com. So basically, when you open this link, when you have href in HTML, so you can have a simple HTML, as very simple HTML. I'm just writing the HTML on top of my head, and this could be the HTML like deep link will be the name of the title of this href. Doesn't really matter. But you can actually have a simple deep link in the browser, and if you didn't enable the dynamic link, you should be able to click on the deep link and open your app. This is actually explained in the video. If you click this video where it says dynamic link and routing, if you click this video, it explains it there. It's what Alex from Flutterflow, the co-founder of Flutterflow, is actually explaining. So, and if you have some page, so let's say I want to actually go to, let's say I have dummy page. Let's say I want to go to this dummy page. So if I want to go to this dummy page, on the top right I have the routing, and the routing for this page, or the name of this page, is dummy with 3M. I don't know why I put it with 3M, but still it's with 3M. So this will be the address that I have to put in order to go to this page. Okay, what about if I have some parameters? If I have some parameters, for example, I'll have the ID. Let's say that I have the ID, and this will be, let's say, a string, and then I will confirm it, and then I will actually use this ID. Let's say that I use this ID and the title, for example, I use this ID. So in order to go to this page and use the ID, I'll do it like that. So I'll do it ID question mark and then ID and then equals to, and then I can put whatever number I want. If I put 3, I should be able to open this page and see 3 there. The problem right now is that I cannot show you because I'm recording on the computer. In order to test that, you have to open it from a mobile phone and not from a computer, but you can actually test it yourself and see that this is working, and this should work. Like I said, the package name, 2 dots slash slash, and then the package name, and then .com, then the name of the page, then question mark, the parameter name equals to, and then for my example it's ID, but it could be anything, like it could be name and then equal to the name or whatever you want to. Or I can have a few parameters. I can have %, and then I have name, and then here I can put the name, and the name could be something like my name, for example. And here I can have another parameter which would be name. This will be string again. It's actually a good practice to put default value, because if you're not passing this, the whole application will blow up. So let's say default name. This would be the ID will be 1. Okay, and now I want to, of course, here I can use the name. So my button, for example, can have the name. The button text can be my actual name, so I can use it like this. You already know that probably. Okay, so this is how we use 2 parameters in my link. And I can actually copy and paste this link, like I said, put it over here in an href, and then I can open this with my mobile browser, with my mobile and my mobile browser, and I should be able to click on this link, and I should be able to open. If I have installed my app in my mobile phone, I should be able to click on this link and then test if the deep link is actually working. So this is how you can test the deep link if it's working or not. Okay, and now there is the complex part over here. So if you enable your dynamic link, the deep link is changed and it's no longer like that. It's no longer the template of the deep link, or the schema of the deep link is no longer like that. And the schema of the deep link will be something like that. So it will be HTTPS and then the name of the package, that page, that link. And because this is a dynamic link of itself, it would be the dynamic link. This is actually a dynamic link that it's from my app. So it should be dynamic link. So this is the dynamic link. And then here you can actually see the same thing. And sometimes it's super confusing. And to be honest, I don't know why for the flow they did it like that. The dynamic link should be something else because right now it is the same as the deep link should be something else. Sorry, so the deep link should be something else and should not be the same as the dynamic link, to be honest. But they did it like that. I have no idea why. But it's a little bit confusing, and it will actually give you error. It will give you an error about that about when we started debugging it. But we'll go there. So the thing is that if you want to debug it like that, so for example, this is my page, this is the name of the page, this is my event ID as the parameter, and this is a simple ID of the event one, let's say first event one. And you now don't have any way to actually debug your deep link, if your deep link is actually working or not. Because if you open this from a mobile phone, it will actually end up seeing this page over here, which it says the dynamic link is not found. And this is normal because there is no such a dynamic link, because the dynamic link is the whole thing over here. So this link is actually the deep link. It's treated uh, from Fire. It's treated like a deep link. It's treated like, sorry, a dynamic link, but it's actually a deep link. But the good news is that this link will actually work. So if you test this, if you test the whole link, if you test the whole dynamic link, it should work. The whole dynamic link should open your event and it should open your event ID. At least right now it's working for Android. I think there are some difficulties for iOS, which should be resolved. I think so. So yeah, this is about the deep linking, and this is how you can debug it. Like I said, you need an href. You already probably understand how you can do the deep link, but like I said, don't enable the Firebase dynamic link before you test. So you have to have your app without enabled your dynamic link in order to test your deep links. So keep that in mind. Okay, and now we can move on to the second part of the video, which is how you can actually debug your deep links. Sorry, your dynamic links. When I say deep links, when it is actually a dynamic link and not a deep link. So the only thing that you have to do is actually include one more parameter, and that's the most important one, and it's %, and then t for debug, and then equals to 1. So if you open this page, let me open it again. So if you open this page, you should be able to see, you're not seeing it right now because I made enters. So I have to make the same link on one line because right now it's on a couple of lines. So that's why you didn't saw anything, you saw an error. So let me just real quickly add those together. Okay, wait a second, one more thing. Okay, now they're together, so let me open it right now. And now you can actually see the debug from Firestore. So this is actually a good start before you even share your links to know what is going on with your links and if they're actually working or not. Right now you should see only one warning, and the warning that you're seeing is because of the link and because it says the dynamic link has one warning, and the warning is about, it should have one warning about the parameter should not be on dynamic link domain. And that's what they basically telling us, is that the link should not be a dynamic link. This is what they're saying to us, and this is normal. Actually, this is a normal error, but like I said, Flutterflow, it's working like that right now. I already talked with Alex about that, because I don't think this is how this should be. So I think this should be changed in the future. So in the future, you should not see this error, this warning at all. But like I said, it is okay. You can just ignore it, ignore this error right now, because it will still work, and it will still open the page and the parameter that you want to. And then this is the actual dynamic link. If I open it again, it will open the actual dynamic link. And this is, like I said, the actual dynamic link. And then we have three processes, right? So we have the Android version, we have the iOS version, and then we have the desktop version. So we have the Android, and if I'm using an Android in this example, and I click on the link, it will actually ask, do I have installed this link? If I have installed the link, it will actually go to my deep link, and my deep link is this deep link. And in theory, you should be, like I said, you should be able to click on this link, and it should be able to open your deep link inside your mobile phone. Using your mobile phone, you should be able to open it. And right now, because this is written, like I said, a dynamic link, that's why this is not working. But if you don't have the app, you will actually see you actually see to you actually be led to install the app. In my case, is this app over here, this mine app. And then the third route will be to type into browser. So if you type this into the browser, and you get again to install the app. So this is working great. I don't have any problems with that. I don't have any errors with that. And then we have the iOS. So the iOS, it's first we check if it's less than version 9 or more than or greater than version 9. So if it's a less than version 9, we have means of access, and then we have click. So we click on the access. It's a little bit complex here, but we click on the access, and here it says use universal links, and then it says yes, I want to use universal links, and then we'll open the app with the deep link. Or here, if you don't use, it will be the app preview, and then you have to click on open, and then you will open the web link. So there are a lot of routes here. You can actually check them yourself if everything is working or not. And then here, the final one will be the desktop. So the desktop, there is only one route. It's a click one or type into the browser. The both will actually do the same thing. And if I open, it will actually open the dynamic link. But in this case, it will not open anything, because the dynamic link will not work for your for your for the web version. But what if I actually want to put my own address? So let's say that if someone opens my link from a browser, I want them to open my actual website, and not this dummy Firestore link. So I can do it with like that. I can use my domain name, and then I can use my domain name, and then I can say and want to debug it again. So using this OFL, which you can get it from here, it says when you open this link from another operating system other than Android iOS, which means from web, for example, what to do, and I will say here, okay, then just open my domain. So let's test that out. If I open this, sorry, I have it. Sorry, I have to put it like that to be visually seen better, because I put everything in one in different lines. And here I will put it and percent and put it like that. So let me open it like right now. Okay, now it's opening and now it says fallback link. And I can see the difference. The difference here is that here I see web link, but here I see fallback link. And if I click on the fallback link, it is actually opening my website instead of opening this dynamic link not found. So I think that's what I wanted to show you, how you can actually debug your dynamic links. I hope that was useful for you. Before we go, I wanted to thank you actually for watching this video and to staying till the last uh, minute of the video. And if you want to get all the codes that I write and the videos and to get the actual code and change the code as well or copy the widgets that I'm using in my videos, you can actually visit this website over here. And there is how to use this website, so make sure that you watch it. And yeah, that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching and have a nice day. Bye.